share a video with you about my mother, who's 91 years of age and who I was having lunch with recently after a funeral. I was talking to her about a concern about her blood pressure. So anyway, have a little look at her. This is her, 91 years of age. She's not exactly what you might call a wallflower, and so this is the video of her. We have a very good relationship, and however difficult it is, and so she does get me. So however rude I am to her, it's well-meaning. Have a look.
It's there again. Now, she's got a swollen knee, so she needs to take some ibuprofen, right? Oh, she's got blood pressure, but she's 91. Look at her. She's just eaten that. That's a mixed grill. She's destroyed it. I mean, just obliterated it. 91.
I've not 91 till then, but 6 weeks to go.
Whatever. So we're not concerned with her blood pressure because she's 91. If there was anything wrong with your blood pressure, we would know. Do you know how we'd know? You'd be dead, right? So what do we need to do? We need to focus on the quality of life issue, which is the fact that her knee's a bit swollen and sore, which is to get her blood pressure. Look at her with a glass of red wine there. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but show me the other.
You fall within a bell curve. Everybody else is dead. Anyway, but the point is that if she went to the doctors now and the doctor said I'm taking ibuprofen, the doctor from that measurement would say, don't take ibuprofen because somebody with high blood pressure shouldn't take ibuprofen. Now, I'm not mucking about with somebody's medication. What I'm saying is that blood pressure is not the concern. The quality of life is the concern. And if the quality of life involved means that there is a limitation of movement, that's a bigger concern. What's limiting movement is swelling or pain in the knee, so we need to get that down to maintain the movement. If she's not moving, blood pressure will increase anyway, so it's a catch-22. So I'm not worried about the blood pressure, I'm more worried about the swelling in the knee. She's been taking a couple at night, and how's it been? When you've been taking a couple at night, she doesn't know where she is. When you've been taking your ibuprofen at night, dear?
I take 2 just before I go to bed.
Yeah, but what about the ibuprofens?
Those the ibuprofens, I take them 2 just before I go to bed.
And how's it been?
Well, my knee's been a bit better, dear.
Funny that. Bring your wine, let's go.
It hasn't affected me dizziness.
91.
I've still got vertigo.
91. Nuclear war comes, she's still going to be walking around and going, what's all the fuss about?
Friday night at this blooming dinner thing, which...
Friday night, is out for dinner.
Theirs was reception. It was free, and the booze was free. Saturday I didn't drink any alcohol. Sunday I didn't drink any alcohol. Monday I didn't drink any alcohol. Actually, last time I lied, I did have a tiny glass of wine.
Anyway, there you go. We're not worried about blood pressure. We're worried about her shutting up enough to get her home.
So after this, of course, she did go to the doctor, and the doctor said that the blood pressure that she'd had, which would averages, I think looking at it, it was about 165/70 for a week, was something that he wanted to get down. So I went away and did a little literature search, and I came up with a few things about this, that apart from the quality of life issue that I've mentioned there, that there isn't really enough evidence or enough of studies being done on people who are in the category of the very elderly to talk about whether it's merited or warranted as far as bringing the blood pressure down is concerned. Now, blood pressure is a big problem. Undiagnosed blood pressure in the UK is a sort of silent killer, and there's thousands of people at risk. So we know we need to get blood pressure down for age groups in the age of 50, 60, and definitely up to the age of 75. Over 75, it becomes a little bit more sort of amorphous, and we're not really sure about the benefit. There's one paper that I came across which is from Age and Aging, and it's a study that was done, a 10-year mortality risk on people over the age of 75. And what they found was that there seemed to be a kind of a protective effect, that people in the range of order 160 to 179 of systolic blood pressure, the big number, the sort of the squeezy bit, seem to have lower risk of heart disease and strokes, particularly for those people that were lower on the active daily living scales, and sort of people that were a little bit more frail and as elderly people. So we are therefore the idea of reducing that blood pressure, and again, it's same things for people with under sort of 85 mmG HG, rather, again, sort of it seems to have a protective effect. So the idea of rigorously and religiously pursuing those numbers to get them down doesn't seem to have to ring true when you get into the category of the people that we refer to as the very elderly, of course, which is what my mother would fall into. Every day that she wakes up, she's at risk. You know, there aren't many of her cohort around that are going to be in that state. She's independent, she lives on her own, she has no help or care coming in, she doesn't need it, she cooks for herself, she gets out to the market, and generally moves around. Her main problem is, as I mentioned in that clip, she's got some pains in her knees, and that's really where our concern is. Does it increase her risk to the point that we are concerned? Well, how would you tell? If she dropped dead tomorrow, she's probably going to drop dead of a heart attack or a stroke. And is that due to high blood pressure? There is no evidence to suggest that her high blood pressure is contributing to that at her age, and there is a suggestion, as I said, that the opposite is the case. So it's not clear. We do need to get blood pressure down in most of the population, but once we start to get over the age of 85, particularly, the data is not there. Now, of course, you know, as we with an aging population, we'll find out more as we go along. But simply chasing lower numbers isn't really the answer. So anyway, what do you think? Is there other information you've got? And by the way, again, I'm not suggesting here that we're messing with medication. I'm saying that, you know, this is based on a balance of studying the evidence and understanding those risks, and informed consent with our client, in this case my mother, looking at what else is going on for her, looking at her quality of life, and so on and so forth. So there's lots and lots of things out there that, you know, one has to bear in mind, and certainly when we get to a certain age, health elements change. You know, there was a study that showed us that smoking is less of a risk for elderly people than loneliness, and so once you get to age of 75, you know, you want a cigarette, particularly if it's with people, it's probably less damaging to your health than loneliness. So interesting stuff. And the medication that she was prescribed is a diuretic, and it's something that I'm not really sure that is really something that we really want to pursue at this moment in time. I'll keep you up to date. I'll let you know.